How my best friend didn't invite me to her wedding after I planned almost the whole event. You guys, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this, even months later. So there's Sarah. Sarah and we've been glued at the hip since we were like 7. Sleepovers, first crushes, ugly cry sessions over bad breakups. You name it, we went through it together. She was more than a best friend. She was family. When she got engaged, I was over the moon. Seriously. I cried happy tears louder than she did. From that day on, I was her unofficial wedding planner, emotional support, and chief bridezilla whisperer. I spent weeks of my life helping her pick out the perfect dress. I was there for every fitting, even when the shop assistant was rude. I organized her bachelorette party down to the last detail, getting everyone together and making sure it was perfect. I even volunteered to hand address all 200 of her invitations, staying up late nights, because her handwriting wasn't as neat as mine, and I wanted everything to be just right for her day. Then, the invitations started landing in mailboxes. All our mutual friends were getting theirs, excitedly showing them off. People I barely knew, her distant cousins she hadn't seen in years, they all got one. Days turned into a week, then 2. My mailbox stayed empty. I tried to play it cool, giving her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe mine just got lost in the mail? Finally, I had to ask. Casually, like, hey, did the invites all go out? Just making sure mine didn't get lost. And that's when her voice got small. She mumbled something about, quote, sticking strictly to family numbers. And it was so hard to cut people. But my stomach dropped, because I'd already seen her post pictures on social media. Screenshots of her guest list with names I didn't even recognize. Way past family only. It was clear. I was cut. After everything, all the time, all the effort, all the history, I was simply not important enough to be there. It felt like a punch to the gut that left me breathless. The trust, the history, it all shattered in that moment. It took me a long time to get over that. I focused on myself, on my career, and honestly on just healing from that kind of betrayal. And you know what? That focus paid off. A few months later, this incredible opportunity came up for a new, groundbreaking project. A chance to travel, work with amazing people, and seriously level up my career. It's a game changer, the kind of thing you only dream about. Naturally, I needed to assemble a small, trusted team for this. And guess who reached out? Sarah. She'd heard whispers about the project, asking if it was true, saying how proud she was of me, and how she'd love to collaborate or even just be a sounding board. She even mentioned how cool it would be if she could somehow be involved. And in that moment, looking at her message, I remembered all those late nights, all that effort for her big day, and how I was ultimately deemed not good enough, not worthy of an invitation to something so significant in her life. This new project, this was my life-changing moment. And just like she'd done to me, with a heavy heart but a clear mind, I politely declined her involvement. I told her I already had my team set, and I wished her well. It wasn't about revenge, it was about protecting my space, my energy, and the integrity of my own life-changing opportunities from someone who had shown me, very clearly, where I stood in hers. Trust, once broken like that, is hard to rebuild, especially when a future hangs in the balance. Follow for more stories like this.